Hello, my name is Sofia Novikova, and this is my storyboarding midterm. Frame 1, establishing shot. This frame shows a zoomed out planet showing its atmosphere and clouds. Frame 2, long shot. The camera zooms into the planet where a small glass dome can be seen. Frame 3, mid shot. The camera zooms even more so that the interior of the dome can be seen. Frame 4, close up. Danielle, an astronaut, is seen taking notes on a clipboard as she observes plants. Frame 5, extreme close-up. The camera zooms in on Danielle's face. She has a thinking expression as she examines the leaves of the plant that she holds in her hand. Frame 6, the camera pans out as Danielle stands up. Frame 7, she goes to her desk. Frame 8, Danielle sits down. Frame 9, Danielle opens up a digital log at her desk. Frame 10. The camera zooms out, seeing Danielle inside her dome. Frame 11. In the corner of the frame, an alien named Nim appears. Frame 12. The camera switches angles. Nim is seen standing on a rock. Frame 13. A part of the rock crumbles under their foot. Frame 14. Nim's foot slips under the rock. Frame 15, Nim holds onto another part of the rock, steadying themselves. Frame 16, Nim takes a deep breath after a close call of a fall. Frame 17, the camera pans out and Nim is seen moving closer to the dome. Frame 18, the camera returns to the inside of the dome where Danielle is sitting on her bed. Frame 19, Danielle lays down and turns off the lights. Frame 20, Danielle is shown sleeping. Frame 21, Nim is seen walking outside of the dome. Frame 22, Nim crouches down beside the outer wall. Frame 23, Nim begins to dig a hole. Frame 24, the camera pans out to a cut-through vision of the planet's soil and layers. Nim can be seen tunneling under the dome. Frame 25, the camera shows the inside of the dome in the plant area. Frame 26, a disturbance appears in the ground by the plants. Frame 27, the disturbance turns into a hole and out pops Nim. Frame 28, Nim climbs out of the hole. Frame 29, Nim grabs onto one of the plants. Frame 30, they begin to tug on the plant. Frame 31, the plant slightly budges out of the soil. Frame 32, the plant finally pops out of the soil. Frame 33, Nim falls back onto their rear end with the plant in their hand. Frame 34, Nim is seen holding a bunch of plants as they step back into the hole that they dug into the dome. Frame 35, Nim pops out of the other end of the hole, which is on the exterior of the dome. Frame 36, Nim drops the plants outside of the dome, leaving them to wilt. Frame 37, it is now morning and the camera pans to Danielle in her spacesuit. Outside, she stands by the wilting plants. Frame 38, Danielle kneels and picks up the plants. Frame 39, the wilted plants crumble in her hands. Frame 40, Danielle gasps. She stumbles back, almost falling into the hole which Nim made. Frame 41, Danielle falls onto her back. Frame 42, as Danielle lays on the ground, a shadow is cast over her. Frame 43, Nim is seen leaning over Danielle from her perspective. Frame 44, the camera pans back to Danielle, who has a horrified expression, since she didn't know that there was other life on the planet. Frame 45, Danielle holds her hands in front of her face, bracing for an attack. Frame 46, Nim reaches for Danielle's hand. Frame 47, Nim helps Danielle up. Frame 48, Nim crosses their arms, an angry expression on their face. Frame 49, Danielle cocks her head to the side since she is confused. Frame 50, Nim points to the dome, still angry. Frame 51, Nim now points to the natural landscape and shakes their head. In this moment, they are trying to show that they don't want a bunch of people coming to their home planet and ruining all the landscaping, and of course the natural environment. Frame 52, Danielle finally understands Nim's worry, her face showing an expression of empathy. Frame 53, Danielle reaches her hand out to Nim's shoulder. Frame 54, Danielle holds up her hand, her fingers crossed. This is a promise that her people and her research won't ruin the planet. Frame 55, Nim pulls Danielle in for a hug. Frame 56 and the following frames are a time skip. The camera changes to Danielle and Nim together inside the dome, gardening. Nim is planting while Danielle is taking notes. Frame 57, Nim stands up from the garden and looks out of the dome. Frame 58, a few more domes and a connecting road can be seen outside. Frame 59, the camera zooms out even more as the planet can be seen with mostly natural land with only a few domes. These other domes seem to have other humans in them, and the planet still seems very healthy and very natural from what it was before. Frame 60, the camera zooms out to the full planet as the first frame. The domes can't be seen, meaning that the natural land is still very much there. In the frame, there is also a sign out by the atmosphere which reads Population Max. This means that there are no more humans allowed on that planet. Thank you so much for watching. Here is a bonus frame of the designs for Danielle and Nim.